What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, your bright host, Alright, and I know this video is a little different. I usually have my face showing, but today I was a little tired after a few practices and stuff like that, so I decided not to set up a whole bunch of cameras just to put up a video about an episode. So yeah, back to the video. So let me set it up like this. Let me have a top 10 list of everything I think that was important in the actual episode. So yeah, starting from number 1, we see that Wally is actually a lot faster than the Flash when he first started. So we get a little hint towards the comics, whereas Wally is born faster than the Flash. He grows up with the Speed Force, so it's a lot of a special hint to that. A lot of people might not understand it, but if you're a comic book fan, you will actually see the nod to it. Same thing that's going on in DC Rebirth right now. The original Wally was the orange haired Wally was, the red haired Wally was. It's actually back now, and he's a lot faster than the Flash. He's the fastest man alive. So now we're seeing that implemented to Barry. He's not as fast as the Flash, but he's starting off faster than him. Next thing we'll notice is that the Dominators actually decide to show up. So Barry is right there in the Star Lab still discussing with Cisco because he has some problems with Cisco. I'll get into that later on in the story. Barry goes to see where the meteor crash landed, and he sees a space pod. And that's where we notice that aliens are actually coming. They're getting invaded by aliens. They're called the Dominators. They're a big storyline in the comics where all the Justice League actually join together just to defeat them. And yeah, so Barry decides he's not going to be able to do this alone. So Barry goes around to go get some recruit members. I'm going to get into that later on. Now on to number 6. Flash gathers the pseudo almost Justice League. It's missing some members, which I prefer, but I like it. It's not that bad. It's just a list between the Legends of Tomorrow, the team from the Arrow TV series, the Flash, and Supergirl. Only one character from Supergirl, which is Supergirl, obviously. But yeah, the team isn't so bad. They have a little problem, which I'll get into more later details. I know I've been saying this a lot, but I'm saving it all for the top three things I like. Next thing we also get is that they discover that they're facing against aliens. Flash actually briefs them on the story that they're going to be facing off against aliens. So everyone decides, hey, let's test out our powers against Supergirl since she's an alien, so they're probably as strong as her or not as strong as her. So if they're able to take her on, then they'll be able to take them on. So they try it out, and she is overpowered for no reason, trust me. I mean, she's a Kryptonian, obviously. They're automatic universal hacks. They try out every single one of their powers and nothing is working. She's not even getting budged at all by anything. So this goes to show just how far they're going. And Supergirl is not even that strong compared to Superman or Martian Manhunter or any of them. So these guys are very low level. Flash is nowhere close to being as fast. Next up on my number 4 list is that Flash actually finds out the message that was sent to him 40 years into the future by his future self. Now the message is towards the Legends of Tomorrow. It tells them that they shouldn't trust the Flash right now because he went back in time and messed things up and he's not trustworthy at this moment. I'm not sure why Flash would tell himself that from the future, but it's a big story plot. They actually left that in a cliffhanger, and you actually are motivated to want to watch the episode just to see if they'll focus more on it. So Cisco decides to take this message and reveal it to everybody. It's just to ruin the whole scene for everyone. I'm not sure why Cisco wants to do this. Now this brings me on to my next thing I decided to list on this. Cisco is having a lot of beef with Barry right now. I understand why, because Barry changed the timeline. Now his brother is dead, but his brother wasn't dead before. Next up we have my top 3. So on my number 3 is that Wally actually is talking and having a talk with Professor Wells. Well, not Professor Wells, because this one is from a different Earth, and I think they're calling it Earth 19. So yeah, he's having a talk with Professor Wells, and apparently Professor Wells is just going to be helping him out with his speed. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I like the way they did it because it's hinting towards the first season 1 where Barry is actually getting help from Harrison Wells, which was the original Reverse Flash. And I like that. They're actually going back. So every single Flash is actually getting trained by Wells. And this time Wally is a lot faster to begin with, so he might even get more faster. I'm not sure how they're going to do this. His lightning is still yellow. I'm not sure why that is, but I don't know. Whatever they're going to do, they're going to do. So the president gets kidnapped, and the pseudo almost Justice League are still mad at Barry, so because Barry changed the timeline, whatever. So they go and try to save the president on their own. On their way doing that, the Dominators use this mind wave thing that disrupts their minds, and now they're all mind controlled. So they all come back, attacking Star Labs, and Barry and Green Arrow at Star Labs right now. So Barry and Green Arrow are like, okay, why are these guys attacking us? We gotta fight them off, Barry. We gotta hold them off somehow. So while Barry takes on the metahumans, the ones with the actual powers, Green Arrow is the one taking on the ones who cannot fly, the ones who are just trained by ninjas or by themselves. So yeah, the fight goes on pretty well. There was a lot of CGI involved. You can actually notice that. Wally comes in to help a little bit, but then he gets knocked out by Supergirl so easily. Yeah, and that leads me on to my number 1 WTF thing that happened. Flash comes up with a plan and he figures out where the brainwave is coming from that's mind controlling them. He's like, hey, I can't destroy where the brainwave is coming from, but Supergirl can, so let me just lead her there and she will destroy it. So while she's still being mind controlled, Flash decides, hey, let's have a race, let's see who's faster. Now the thing about this is they have a complete full-on race. You actually see them racing on. They don't just race side by side. Flash is over there running around the city while Supergirl is trying to catch him. You actually notice that Supergirl is a lot slower. My theory on this is that she's also trying to fight the brain control, so she's not going as fast. Same thing happens with Superman. Apparently all the Kryptonians can actually try to fight the brain control as it's happening. So yeah, so she didn't have full concentration on trying to go as fast. Now, while they're racing, there was a lot of CGI involved. I really enjoyed it. The CGI in this episode was really great. I really want to give props to CW for doing that. And that's all I have for today, guys. And before we wrap things up, let's get to some reading recommendations. First on my list is Titans issue 5, Wally's last run. The Wally we all know and love is now back, and not only that, but so is an old villain. The Titans have been kidnapped and held captive. Wally has 5 seconds to save all of his teammates from their impending demise. Could this be Wally's last run? Next on my list is Civil War 2 issue 7. So nearing the end of the conflict between Captain America and Iron Man, could these two's argument be the result of Marvel's end? You just have to read it to find out. And finally on my list is Nightwing Rebirth issue 9. Nightwing has been having these visions about his teammates being killed. Now the formidable Wonder has to find out exactly what's causing all these visions, and somehow Superman is in the middle of all this. And that's all I have for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Click here to support DC's fan page. They've been a great support to me and my friends. Click here to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Click here if you want to see the video I did on why I think Superman is the best superhero, and click here if you want to see the review I did on Justice League Dark. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later on the drawing board.